Saturday. I am running the Turbo Max. Dad said it kept throwing the tractor was throwing a clutch code or transmission code, but I think he was accidentally, with these tractors, if you accidentally touch the clutch without pushing it all the way in after a few seconds, it will throw a code. I think that's what was happening. I think his leg was just rubbing up against it and causing it to throw the code, and the minute you take your foot off, it goes back to nothing. So I think that's all it was, because I went around a couple fields, tested it out, and untapped. So she's doing a great job. So she's just about out of fuel. I'm gonna go put her up to the fuel bay, fill her up. I might wash these damn windows off. And today is gonna be a very big day. We are gonna be getting into the Dekalb corn. I'm not a fan of Dekalb, as you know. Some years it does great, and some years we've had horrible luck with it, but Josh picked a pretty good number, it seems, this year with the 6520 115 day. I think it might be a get around this telephone pole and around this damn ditch. I think it might be a tad wet, but we're gonna at least get some fields open up. It's huge fields. Well, we got two smaller fields, but we got a really big field with half-mile rounds. Grain cart would definitely come into play, because if the corn does what I think it's going to do, the combine is going to stay full. And I am going to be making trips to the truck, driving a long ways with the combine, and it's going to totally suck. But until we get a grain cart, that's what I got to do. So, the Dekalb corn, I hate it because it's not Liberty Link, and it got me round seed. The planter, for some reason, the planter did not want to push it through its tubes very well. I like a flat seed corn, but it looks awesome. I mean, I'm going to give Dekalb credit. It could be our best corn. It was just shy of being the best corn last year, but the seed consultant beat it by 3 bushel average, 108 day. But it's got potential to be the best corn this year. Just looking at it, I mean, it looks incredible. I can't wait to get in there. I'm thinking anywhere from 250 to 350 average, steady through the field. I've hit 411s, the highest I've hit with the 108 day seed consultant that I've been watching to monitor. It could have been higher, but 411 is the highest number I hit. And I'm thinking that if this is doing what it looks like it's going to do, that I'm probably going to be in some really big numbers all day. I mean, there's not a... And to be honest with you, the bad spot of the field, I believe, will be... Close. The bad spot of the field might drop to 220 on the sand. It looks that good. Not bragging, I'm just saying that it looks that good. It was planted at the right time. Yes, it went through the 2-month drought, but I planted it later. It didn't get hurt by the drought as bad. And I tell you, man, it just, I think it's going to be impressive. So I got Derek from Nutrient. He's going to come out and do some, he took my drone last night. He was playing with it. So if he's got it down pat, he's probably going to do some drone videoing for me. I'm sure he's going to want to ride and see how the Dekalb does, because that's who I got the Dekalb from. Josh and him. And it might be a little wet. It might run anywhere from 21 to 23, but we're in hurricane season. The water is, Atlantic Ocean is right there. And if it's 21 to 23, we're going to roll with it today and tomorrow. Saturday and Sunday, the mill's open. and we're going to get it knocked out as much as we can anyway. I got the combine dialed in. I mean, perfect. We're going to see what it does, but I'm looking at, I'm not a fan of Dekalb, but this year it could be the best. Now, I could be wrong. We could get in there and it goes 190 to 220 steady, but I have a feeling it's going to be like at least like the 108-day sea consultant. It's going to run, the whole field is going to run big numbers. I had to cut 3 rows to get back to the 108-day so the combine could get through the 2 fields, and what it was doing then was pretty good. So when I throw all 8 on her and get in it, it's going to be, I'm thinking it's going to be big. I could be wrong, but you're going to see it. It's going to be the camera mounted. You're going to see me start opening it up, and we'll go from there. I think it's going to do good. I mean, it seemed like everything worked out well for that corn this year. So we're going to see. So just stay tuned. Gave her a little bit of a bath. Windows were dirty, and then where the cylinder busted on the Turbo Max, I went ahead and washed all that old oil off. And then look at Bullwinkle and Alex. Them boys are on it today. Hold on, you'll see them. Look at them. Hold on. I don't know what they're doing. There they are. Look at him. Oh, look at the big Peterbilt going back there. He's ready to go. I thought the other one was right behind him. Oh my God, I need a green cart. This is going to be a nightmare today. Oh, look, there's Bullwinkle in the black one. Them boys are on it this morning. Got empty and they're ready to go. Going back to a field and get the combine out, fill it up with fuel. We got to get that other hopper empty. I really need that hopper. And then I got another hopper in there. I got to get that empty. So we're going to be cutting all that corn over there today. And that's the Dekalb. That's going to be, it goes all the way back. That's going to be some good corn. For a note, deer came out, put the belts on. I already showed you all that. But we kept having some chaff blowing up here and building up here. We couldn't figure out what it was. And Cheeto, like I said, smartest man I know, he came out here. Well, there's holes here on each side of the frame, and there's supposed to be covers there from the factory. And I never knew anything about it. I just thought they were holes supposed to be in there. But he was like, where's the covers at? He just happened to look. He's like, oh, I don't like that chaff up there because there's exhaust. He's like, let me figure out what's going on. Never asked him to look at it or not. And that's what I like about him. He notices shit, because I always just kept it blown off. But it's not supposed to be building up there anyway. Well, in the side of your frame, there's a hole here, and there's a hole on the other side. So if you have a hole here, right above your thing, hole here, somebody has knocked, there's caps that go in it from the factory. Well, somebody has knocked them out. I didn't know any different because they were never in there. So, I don't know why that's on. So, that's where the chaff was coming through, and it was blowing everywhere. Well, he was like, man, that's a big fire risk. So if you have a John Deere, what we did was you just open up the tail end, climb up there. We just cut a hard piece of plastic mud flap and put bolts to it. We didn't have to drill. There's already like slots here. Just put the bolts through, tighten it up. And we did the same thing on the other side, and it really stopped this back from building up, because it used to build up all in here. Well, it really stopped that from happening. And here's the other side. Right there. We closed that hole up. Man, it stopped this whole back of this combine from building up with chaff. Them 2 little holes was blowing it out. So now it all was forced out of here and out of the back. But you wouldn't believe the buildup. I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. And that's what it was. What I like about somebody like him, I mean, the man just notices stuff. And that probably saved this combine, because you see all these combine fires. I guarantee you there's guys that have them holes open and have no idea that they're not supposed to be open. And so if you own a deer, look right there and make sure them holes are covered up, because your chaff blows up and that causes a fire. And we're lucky we didn't have that before. Of course, that might have caused some other fires, you never know. But from the factory, them holes are supposed to be covered up. And he said somebody has knocked them covers out. They did a pip on this thing a long time ago in the back end. They had to put a new back end in because they were cracking, so deer did a pip. And I'm wondering if they got knocked out on that pip. But anyway, just check, because those holes are not supposed to be open. And that really, I cut yesterday, and normally it would have built all up there. Nothing there, as you can see. So just an idea, just to be safe, I would definitely check if I was you. So, I mean, if you don't, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm just trying to help some people out. Anyway, I'm gonna get this thing full of fuel. I got 20 acres of spray for wheat, and then I'll be caught up with the combine that I did yesterday. And we'll probably wait another hour, and then we'll get rolling, let them guys, we get some breakfast, stuff like that. And then we will be rolling with Dekalb corn today. I'm kind of excited to see what it's going to do, even though I hate Dekalb. I'm telling you, it's going to be good, I think. Either way, I'm not going to hide it. If it's better, then I'm going to be happy. But you'll see it firsthand here. And I might take the pressure washer. The best way to wash combine windows is if you're up at your shop and you have a pressure washer, just turn it on hot and let that pressure washer wash these windows out. It saves a lot of crawling around on the front. It saves a lot of paper towels, and it cleans them just like if you would wipe them down. So that's what we do. All right, let's see. I don't know how. Here we go. You're gonna see it with me. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but we'll see. We shall see together. I hate a damn filter strip. See what it does right here on this end? Alright, I gotta get this spot open up so I can unload the truck first. Alright, this is a sand hill, but it looks like it's a good sand hill, so we're gonna see what she does. Everybody give him a wave. Let's see, 313, 256, 277, 281, 307. That's on a sand hill. I just started. This is the very first pass. That's pretty crazy. That is just crazy, son. I tell you, it's going to be big numbers in this stuff. I know it is. It's going to be 309, 290, 298, 313, 317, 332, 326. I am going to hit 400 in this field. No, now I had to cut 3 swipes down that side, as you can see, so I can get the combine back there for that early corn. So I don't have enough room to turn around here, so I got to cut some of these cross ends off. So if you don't do it like this is how I do it. Sorry, I'm not a professional. I mean, I am, but I'm not. There's other farmers that do it better, I'm sure. I'm sure they'll let me know, but this is how I do it. This is how it's going to get done anyway. Now I've probably got enough room to back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks about right, right? Get in here. Now there's some morning glories on that first outside rail. I hate a CRP strip. I despise it. We're getting rid of them, maybe not on this farm, but on our main farm we are. They do nothing but make groundhogs and weeds on the first several outside rows. No matter what crop you got, there's weeds everywhere, all the time. It gets disgusting. So I just take my time on the first outside rows because of the morning glories. Then I can let this bad boy eat. Oh. I do not have a feeling that it is going to be hard to get a bin today. But for a little old farmer in Maryland, I will put our corn up against any corn in the country. Non-irrigated, of course. Even Heath Trail. He spends a lot of money on his corn to win them things. We don't spend as much as he does. They'll tell you they don't spend the money, but they spend the money. They say their ROI is really good, but I don't know how it is, but they say it is anyway. I don't know how when you spend that much money on corn, but not at $4. Not at $4 corn. What do I know? They all big time TV stars. First inroad got some more, and it's all because of these damn CRPs around these ditches. I despise these damn things. Despise them, despise them, despise them. Plus it's 9:30 in the morning, so there's still a little bit of dew on some of it. So, going to some of the grass down on the corn. 315, 297, 295, 324, 310, 312, 316, 304, 364, 350, 362. I tell you, this corn is going to be, I mean, it's just over 300 the whole time. Once I get these ends off, I can show you a little bit more, but right now with just this one little piece right here, it's very irritating. Alright, so I got that. I believe I'm going to have to make another swipe so I can get load this truck right here. So I'm going to have to come in here like this. I could do the ends, but I'm going to be way full before I need one more end row so I can come to the truck right here. Alright, so I got that. I'm going to pick some of that up. I think the corn is going to be a little wet around the edges. Once you get in the field, I think it'll dry off a little bit more. But super good, super good, super good. We're going to at least cut a couple loads, get some of these fields open. Dekalb is a hard corn to get dried down. That's another reason why I don't like it, but it yields good. But we have been bit by Dekalb before where it didn't yield worth a shit. But the past couple of years it's done pretty good. Field is averaging 230, 231, and I just 232 and keep building up 233. And I just started. Look at all the shit I gotta go. This is gonna be a 270 average, I'm thinking, because none of it's bad. That's the only little sand hill on each side of this driveway here. You saw what that was doing. Still a little too wet, 23, 24%. I'm going to get 2 loads cut and probably call it a day. We just want to get dived into it. Crazy how good it is, though. Crazy how good it is. I knew it was going to be really good corn. field now is averaging 246, but it's showing 25% moisture. So I'll probably cut one load and be done. I'm going to get this field open. And when I open these inroads, that should give me a load. Probably call it quits. Not unless I get in that field that's dry. I'll get back with you. Dekalb corn is doing good. It's just way too wet. Way too wet. We're going to get one load cut. Open the field up, get one load cut. Call it quits. We're in wet corn now, so everything left is 115 to either Dekalb or seed consultant. So this is what it is. Now we're in a waiting game. We probably won't be able to cut for another week. So at least we get it down to 20, 21, we'll start rolling with it, but not at that moisture. This is a little bit too wet. Too wet. It's good ass corn though. Dekalb 65-20. I mean, it's just steady. So pretty happy with it. Field average so far just on the inroads 254. All right, I'm over here. This is what this is. Holy shit. Holy shit. I know it's a little wet, but I told you this Dekalb corn was going to do good. That is just incredible. I don't even know what the top number I hit was. Wow. There was a bad spot in the field, and that was 270. This is the first inroad. So, holy crap. Almost at the end. All right, we're going to do the second inroad in the field just so you don't think that first inroad was a mistake. I know it's wet. Trust me, we're stopping after this one load, but damn, this ain't some good ass corn. It's building up. Let's see what it does. You don't get no truer than this. I'll show you the whole inroad. Maybe I just got lucky with the first one, but it was still good ass. I mean, that's still good corn. There's no bitch about that. So if you want long seeded corn, 65-20 Dekalb. That was a bad spot. She dropped down and should start picking up the gooder, better stuff now, right there. Bad spot was 224. we'll see what this field's averaging when we get down here to the end. Alright, let's see what she's averaging now. So the field is averaging 260, 261. I mean, that's dry land corn with 2 months drought. So we do know what we're doing a little bit, I guess. Got a third in row. See what it's doing. So it's holding steady. Back in it and get this field open, see what it does. Dekalb 6520, 115 day. Pretty damn good. It is a little wet. We're just going to stop. We're just going to get it open and let the air blow down the rows. But can't complain about that. If we had our own dryer, we'd be cutting it and drying it, but we don't. So, but consistent, high yielder, so very happy. Non-irrigated corn,